Hi, in this section, I'm covering the last in this video, I'm covering the last section of chapter 9 about the metric system and dimensional analysis. So we're going to read the introduction to the section. And it says, imagine driving through France or Poland or Jamaica or India and seeing a sign on a gas station that the price of gasoline is $1.80. What a bargain, you think? Gasoline in the United States is so much more expensive. But what happened is that they are not selling you gallons of gas, they are selling you liters. As you turn into a highway, you know that the speed limit is 100. My goodness, is that safe? Again, they are measuring speed in kilometers per hour rather than miles per hour. So gas is not that cheap in France, nor the speed limit is that dangerous in India. Your misunderstanding is due to the fact that most of the world measures things much differently than we do here in the United States. We use measurements such as gallons and miles, but the rest of the world uses liters and kilometers, units of measurements in the metric system. So unlike the United States, most of the world uses the metric system of measurement, which is officially known as the Système International d'Unité, or the SI system. The US system of measurement is called the US customary system. So in order to work with the metric system, you need to understand the following: that basic metric units that we use to measure length, weight, and volume, and the way we use them relate to each other. As you will see, the relationship between different metric measures is much simpler than the relationship between customary measures. Okay, so in the metric system, length is based on the meter. Volume is based on the liter. And weight or mass, there are different things. But in this course, in this section, we're going to consider them the same. Weight is based on the gram, which is actually mass is based on the gram. Okay, so the nice thing about the metric system is that everything is in multiples of 10. So here's the table of relationships. These are metric prefixes. So I'm trying to copy that. Okay, so these are some metric prefixes. Like kilo means 1,000. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, or 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. Hecto is 100 or something. Deca is 10 times. You have the base units. Deci, like a decimeter, is 1/10. Centi, like a centimeter, is 100. And milli, like a milliliter or a milligram, is 1,000. And you have other things like micro is 1 millionth. Or for computer capacity, we use things like mega, which is 1 million. Giga is 1 billion, and tera. Hard drives are nowadays measured in terabytes. Tera is 1 trillion. So 1 terabyte is 1 trillion bytes. 1 megabyte is 1 million bytes, and so on. So for example, uh, 1 kilometer is abbreviated km, and that's 1,000 meters. Uh, 1 milliliter that's abbreviated ml, and this is 1,000 liter, or 1 decimeter that's going to be 10 meters. So that's going to be 1/10 of a meter. 1/10 meter. Okay. A couple exercises. Those are on page 494. We're going to do this exercise. We have two questions. 5.63 kiloliters is equal to how many deciliters? And 4,850 milligrams is equal to how many hectograms? Okay, so in A, we don't have a direct conversion, so we have a direct conversion from kilo to the base unit, but we don't have a direct conversion for from kilo to deciliters. That's not a problem. We can multiply twice. Okay, so we can first convert kiloliters to liters and then liters to deciliters. Or in one step, we start with 5.63 kiloliters. So we can convert the kiloliters to liters, knowing that 1,000 liters are equivalent to 1 kiloliter. So that way the kiloliters will cancel, and we are going to have our measurement in liters. And next, convert the liters to deciliters, knowing that that 10 deciliters are equivalent to 1 liter. So that's 10 deciliters. Or 1 liter, or 1 deciliter is 1/10 liter. So the liters cancel out. And our product is now 5.63 times 1,000 times 10. So 5.63 kiloliters is equivalent to 56,300 deciliters. B, 4,850 milligrams is equal to how many hectograms? So on the table, we have the conversion from milli to the base unit. We don't have a direct conversion from milli to hecto, but we can do a couple of multiplications. So we start with 4,850 milligrams. We can convert the milligrams to grams. 1 gram is equivalent to 1,000 milligrams. So once we convert the milligrams to grams, we can now convert the grams to hectograms, where 1 hectogram is equivalent to 100 grams. So this is 4,850 divided by 1,000 times 100. Or this 0.0485 hectograms. Okay, so let's continue reading. Often, we need to convert from customary units to metric units or the other way around. Before we explain how to convert from one system to another, let us examine how we convert one unit of length to another within our customary system. Recall the relationships among the various units of length. So I'm sure these are the ones you're familiar with. So here are some relationships between units of length. Okay, so we have units of length in the customary system. One foot is equivalent to 12 inches. 1 yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, and 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So let's convert 4.5 yards to inches. And we have the conversion factor from yards to inches. We need to multiply by 36. So 4.5, we have 4.5 yards. We know that 36 inches is equivalent to 1 yard. Okay, so we eliminate the yards, and this is 4.5 times 36. That's going to be the answer in inches. Okay, so I'm multiplying this on the calculator. 4.5 times 36, it's 162. So that's going to be 162 inches. And we are going to convert 2,904 feet to miles. So we can see that 1 mile is equivalent to 5,280 feet. So let's convert 2,904 feet to miles. We are going to multiply by. We see that 1 mile is equivalent to 5,280 feet. So the feet cancel out, and this is 2,904 over 5,280. And this is 0.55 miles. Okay, so now we can write the relationships between customary and metric units of length. So that's table. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. 1 foot is 30.48 centimeters. 1 yard is 0.9144 meter, and 1 mile is about 1.6 kilometers. So these are some examples in the book. I'm going to type them. It's going to be shorter. These are on page 502. On problem 21, you will convert 18 meters to feet. Okay, so we don't have a direct relationship between meters and feet. But that's not much of a problem. We can make that work. If we start with meters, we can convert. We have the relationship between yards and meters, or the other thing we can do, we can convert from meters to centimeters, and then centimeters to feet. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert meters to centimeters. And then the centimeters, I'm going to use the conversion 1 foot equal 30.48 centimeters to obtain the value in feet. Okay, so 18 meters, so 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. So that's going to be the answer in centimeters, and I have the conversion factor from centimeters to feet. So 1 foot, it's 30.48 centimeters. Okay, so we can have everything in feet. This is equal to 18 times 100 divided by 30.48. Or 1,800 over 30.48. At the end, that's going to be approximately 59.06 feet. So that was number 21. And number 31, on the same page, we are going to convert 2.6 feet to decimeters. So we don't have the direct conversion from feet to decimeters, but we have the conversion from, let's see, we have the conversion from feet to centimeters. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to convert the feet to centimeters, the centimeters to meters, and the meters to decimeters. Let's start with 2.6 feet. We're going to convert the feet to centimeters, knowing that 30.48 centimeters are equivalent to 1 foot. Now we have the answer in centimeters. Next, we can convert the centimeters to meters. 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Now the answer is in meters, and we can finally convert the meters to decimeters. So 10 decimeters are equivalent to 1 meter. Okay, so the answer is going to be 2.6 times 30.48 times 10 divided by 100 or multiplied by 100. Okay, so let's find this out. This is 2.6 times 30.48 times 10 times 1 over 100. And that's 7.9248. And that's the answer in decimeters. Okay, so far we have been working with units of length. So the previous examples involved lengths. We are going to now talk about volumes. So the basic metric unit of the basic metric unit of volume is the liter. Okay, so says that the liter about 1.057 quarts is defined to be 1 cubic decimeter. So if we take 1 cubic decimeter, okay, so remember the basic unit of length or the basic unit of volume is the liter. And this is where the liter comes from. If you take a cubic decimeter, from a cubic decimeter, you can build a liter. So you either have 1 decimeter or 1,000, well, 1 decimeter or 10 centimeters if you want. Okay, so 1 liter is equivalent to 1 cubic decimeter. Or you know that 1 decimeter is 10 centimeters. So that's 10 times 10 times 10. That's the same as 1,000 cubic centimeters. So either way. And that's actually, that's an exercise. If you grew up with the metric system, that was an exercise in elementary school to build 1 liter from a cubic decimeter. Okay, so 1 liter is 1 cubic decimeter or 1,000 cubic centimeters. So they ask you, I'm not going to go over this example, but they ask you to use your common sense to estimate the volume of certain items. It's pretty much a mix and match. It's matching the volumes with the concepts. Okay, so I'm going to show you the relationships between units of volume in the metric and the customary system. So I'm going to copy that. So these are the relationships between units of volume in the metric and customary system. So that's the table of values. 2 cups are equivalent to 1 pint, 2 pints are 1 quart, 32 fluid ounces are 1 quart, and 4 quarts are 1 gallon. So that's those are the relationships in the customary system on the left column, and on the right column you have the relationship between customary system and the metric system. So 1 cup is about 0.2366 liter. 1 quart is almost 1 liter, it's close to 1 liter. 1 cubic foot is 0.03 cubic meter, and 1 cubic yard is about 0.765 cubic meter. So back to page 102, 502. We're going to make some conversions. This is number 22. We will convert 27 gallons to liters. Okay, so we don't have the direct conversion from gallons to liters. So what we will do is convert the gallons to quarts and then the quarts to liter. And actually they already shaded this. So we start with 27 gallons. We are going to convert the gallons to quarts, where 4 quarts are equivalent to 1 gallon. And once we have the answer in quarts, we can convert that to liters, knowing that 1 quart is equivalent to 0.9464 liter. Okay, so let's cancel them too. So that's 27 times 4 times 0.9464. In the denominator, we have 1 times 1, so we're not going to write that. So this is in liter, or 102.21 liters. And number 24. On 24, we will convert 10,000 milliliters to quarts. Okay, so we don't have a direct conversion from milliliters to quarts. What we can do is convert the milliliters to liters and then the liters to quarts. So let's do that. Milli is 1,000. So 1,000 milliliters, so 10,000 milliliters. We're going to convert those to liters. 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. And now we can convert the liters to quarts. So 1 quart is equal to 0.2366 liters. The milliliters and the liters cancel out. And we have the answer in quarts. This is 10,000 divided by 1,000. 1,000 times 0.2366. So that's in quarts. But 1,000 times 0.2366 is 1,000 or 10,000 divided by 236.6. So that's approximately 10.57 quarts. Okay, and the last measurement we consider is mass or weight. There are different things, but we're going to think of them as the same thing. In the metric system, when we measure the weight of a person, we measure it in kilograms, but really what we're finding is mass. And when we measure it in pounds, we're actually measuring the weight, not the mass. The customary unit for mass is the slug, which we barely use nowadays. So the last type of measurement we will consider is mass, which for simplicity's sake, you might think of as weight. Strictly speaking, mass and weight are not the same thing. The mass of an object depends on its molecular makeup and doesn't change. The weight of an object, however, depends on the gravitational pull of that object. Gravity is stronger on a large planet and weaker on a small planet. Because the moon's gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's gravity, an elephant that weighs 2,400 pounds on Earth would weigh only 400 pounds on the moon. However, the mass of the elephant would be the same on both the Earth and the moon. The basic unit of mass in the metric system is the gram, which is defined to be the mass of 1 cubic centimeter or 1 milliliter of water at a certain specified temperature and pressure. A liter is 1,000 milliliters. So a liter of water has a mass of 1,000 grams or 1 kilogram. It is common in the metric system to measure the mass of a large object in kilograms. So 1 kilogram is approximately 2.2 pounds. So we have the conversion table. we first have the conversion units in the customary system. That is the left column. 16 ounces are equivalent to 1 pound, and 2,000 pounds are 1 ton. Then between the customary and the metric system, 1 ounce is about 28 grams, 2.2 pounds is about 1 kilogram, 1 metric ton is 1,000 kilograms, and 1.2 tons is 1 metric ton. So these are the units of mass in the metric and customary system. So the relationships between units of, well, mass and weight in the metric and customary system. Okay, so we're going to do the last two examples. That's on page, still on page 502. Number 25. We will convert 47 pounds to kilograms. Okay, so we only need to do one multiplication. We have 47 pounds. Oh, and by the way, another thing I didn't explain, we measure in pounds, but the abbreviation is LB. So a pound. So pounds are abbreviated LBS because that stands for Libra pounds. That's why we use LBS for pounds. Anyway, 47 pounds. We're going to convert into kilograms, or 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.2 pounds. So the pounds cancel out, and this is 47 over 2.2. This is approximately 21.36 kilograms. And 26, we will convert 507,820 milligrams to pounds. We don't have the relationship between milligrams and pounds directly, but we can convert the milligrams to grams and then to kilograms, and then those kilograms to pounds. Initially, we have 507,820 milligrams. We want to convert this to kilograms. So we can convert the milligrams to grams. And then we can convert the grams to kilograms. Let's see. So that's let's see what I'm doing. So that's milligrams. That one is milligrams. So these two cancel out. And the kilograms to grams. Okay, so we were able to convert the milligrams to kilograms, and finally we're going to convert the kilograms to pounds. Where 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.2 pounds. Okay. So we're almost there. This is 507,820 times 2.2 divided by 1,000 times 1,000. Okay, so let's find this out. Okay, so this is 507,820 times 2.2 divided by 100,000 times 100,000. Actually, that was 1,000. Well, I exaggerated this a little bit. So let's fix that. This was 1,000 times 1,000. Yes, 1,000 and 1,000. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, so let's start again. So this is 507,820 times 2.2 divided by 1,000 times 1,000. Okay, and that's about 1.12 pounds. Okay, so this is it. Thank you for listening.